North Korea on Monday test-discharged a ballistic rocket, the most recent in a progression of dispatches that have tightened up strains over its journey to create weapons equipped for hitting the United States. The short-go rocket flew for 6 minutes before arriving in the Sea of Japan, the U.S. Pacific Command stated, including it was working a more itemized appraisal. The dispatch comes in crisp disobedience of intense talk from U.S. President Donald Trump, who guaranteed Friday that the huge issue of North Korea will be explained. Trump's remarks came at the G7 summit in a meeting with Prime Minister Shinzo Abe of Japan, which alongside South Korea is most instantly debilitated by North Korean iousness. Abe quickly censured the dispatch and promised solid activity with the U.S. "We will never endure North Korea's proceeded with incitements that overlook rehashed notices by the Universal Group," Abe told journalists. South Korea's new president, Moon Jae-in, requested a meeting of the National Security Gathering to survey the dispatch, which came a day after North Korea said pioneer Kim Jong-un had directed a trial of another hostile-to-airship weapons framework. The detached administration has been venturing up endeavors to build up an intercontinental ballistic rocket that can convey an atomic warhead to the mainland United States. The rocket dispatches, and Pyongyang's danger to stage its sixth atomic test, have incited calls for harder UN sanctions and a notice from Trump that military intercession was an alternative underthought. South Korea's Joint Chiefs of Staff said today's rocket had a flight scope of around 450 kilometers. Japan's Central Bureau Secretary, Yoshihide Suga, advised journalists the rocket seemed to have fallen into the nation's selective financial zone, EZ, waters augmenting 200 nautical miles from its drift. The administration has done 2 nuclear tests and many rocket dispatches since the start of a year ago, with numerous arrangements of UN assents neglecting to end its weapons push. Taking after North Korea's test terminating of what experts said was its longest extend rocket yet prior this month, the UN Security Council promised to push all nations to fix sanctions against Pyongyang. Yet, China, the North's fundamental exchange accomplice and partner, has made it clear that the push for discretionary talks, not forcing more endorses, was the need. The United States has said it will go into converses with North Korea, yet just on the off chance that it stops its rocket and atomic tests. Kim Jong-un has tried to increase North Korea's atomic program under his run, saying the administration needs nuclear weapons to safeguard itself against the risk of intrusion. The UN Security Council received 2 authorizations resolutions a year ago to heap weight on Pyongyang and deny the administration the hard money expected to store its military projects. Taking all things together, 6 arrangements of approvals have been forced on North Korea since it initially tried a nuclear gadget in 2006.